Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is a quick little, what I'm saying, let's chit chat about the foolishness. I'm actually running late. I was trying to get the photos uploaded. I hope everybody is having a great Friday. I hope y'all can hear me well. Okay, I am going to pop pictures in, okay, as I talk about each topic. But first things first, if you have not done so already, take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to like the video, because what helps the channel be promoted. Okay, do not forget to always relax. Okay, relate and release to center yourself and everyone around you. We want to inhale, okay, and exhale all up and through because sometimes we just forget. Okay, you can also follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner. The link is in the description box below every single video because that is what we do. Now I am here. I am here and stuff, but I want to just add photos, so I'll be back on the screen in a second. But again, I hope y'all had a good day. Okay, it's gonna be a great weekend. The weather gonna be nice and whatnot. We're gonna have a good little time tonight before Bell, because Bell Club to come on at 10, so come on like 50 minutes. So I will be done before that comes on. So I have a few little chit chat things or whatever to talk about. Okay, the first one I want to talk because some stuff happened, some stuff didn't happen, some stuff mattered, some stuff did not matter. It really just depends. Okay, but first up, I want to talk about Gary Owen and his wife and Claudia. Okay, then we all know that Claudia Jordan, who was on Fox, so we all know Gary Owen, who has been in many things as the one white man who we think is kind of the black man or whatever. He's invited to the barbecue, and his wife, future ex-wife, Kenya. So Kenya came out on social media, honey. She said, you know what we ain't gonna be doing? Staying married. No, we will not be married for that long or whatever. I want to leave this man because he is on some fraggle bullshit. Because he supposedly, apparently, maybe coulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda cheated on her. So she was on social media just upset about Gary's lying ass. You know how he was cheating ass. She called out Claudia too about how Claudia was also involved in some kind of way because supposedly, allegedly, Claudia's friend is the one that was cheating with Gary. Okay, she alludes to infidelity on Gary's part. Now, she does not say that Claudia was the cheating person, okay? It was Claudia's friend. But Claudia's issue was, how dare you even put my name in it, okay? Because of your husband, Claudia has known Gary and the family for years, okay? So we'll say that. She's the family friend through Gary or whatever. But again, she was like, I have not done anything. I have not seen anything all the years, the 14, 15 years that I've known Gary. I've never seen him or had any knowledge of him messing with anybody, let alone any of my friends. So why put me in the BS? I feel like the wife was probably just upset and just mad because when you found out your husband cheated, and if he did indeed cheat with someone who happens to know Claudia, I feel like we know what I'm saying, you knew the lady because it's your friend, so you didn't know nothing. But I also not a person where I want to judge a friend of a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't judge my husband's friend if her friend fucked my husband because she didn't do it. Okay, the lady did. Yeah, I was shocked too when I heard about it. You know what I'm saying? We have seen them as a couple that had a show on BT at one point. They are, active on social media, whatever. We've seen them just around town and everything. They have beautiful kids and everything. So I was like, oh, in the fact that she filed for divorce. But again, we don't know because Gary hasn't said anything. Okay, only the wife put out on social media, and then Claudia did a video responding saying it wasn't, because it did sound like when the wife said, you know what I'm saying, Claudia Jordan got me in my bag, which made it seem like she was the one who, was cheating or whatever. But even though in her hashtags of the post, she did put up like it was the black woman who cheated said wasn't Claudia. But again, we don't be reading that sometimes. We ain't got time for that. But yeah, I was like, really? because they've been married for like years upon years or whatever, and they've always seemed happy. But everyone seems happy until the divorce happens. Like I think divorce happens, and that's like, oh, so they wasn't so happy. It's like no, they were not. But I do wish people would not bring other people into their marital spats or whatever. Again, if Claudia wasn't the one fucking your husband, like why call her out in the comment section? Why call her like she added Claudia in her post announcing her divorce? Okay, now today, even today or yesterday, Kenya did put up a picture on her social media saying how last week this time she was very, very sad. She was very, very depressed because again her marriage was ending or whatever. But she said today, I'm saying she's feeling better. She has family, her kids will be fine. And someone's had to pull her up out of her little sadness of it all. But it's gonna be sad when you are the 20 was it 20 years? Someone said it was a bit 20 years. Yeah. I heard him right. It's been like 20, 21 years because their kids are grown. So it was just shocking to see that they getting a divorce and because he cheated. But all these men out here who just putting their penis in other vaginas as if they don't have a whole wife. If you have a whole wife, that's the only place your penis should go is into your wife. Unless y'all, freaky dicky, whatever, and then y'all sharing. But again, I don't think they sharing because her name is Kenya. Kenya does not seem happy at all that her husband was on some fraggle bullshit. And I'm like, but I wouldn't be happy either because you embarrassing me. You know what I'm saying? People know who we are. If I had cheating, they know you my husband, and you should not be doing that to me. And I was like, but is he? I think he is. So we haven't heard anything from Gary. He has not responded. Okay. But if he cheated, I'm like, Gary, you can't be up and cheating on nobody. You can't be doing that, bro. Like, we support you, okay? You can't be doing it. Right? Cheating during the Rona? During the Rona? Who gonna do that? I can't look, spreading these germs all up and through. It's not good with me. I'm like, don't do it, please. Stab, 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 stab is what it is. You can't be shocked about it. I'm not shocked when anyone cheats, but I am shocked when someone who like, oh, really? Really? Okay. I guess so. But it happens all the time. It's a very, very common thing for people to cheat. You shouldn't be cheating. Okay, that's not what you want to do. You should want to be faithful to your wife. You should want. I forgot I had boundaries and everything. Boom. Okay. I'm doing too much. But again, it's not a shocking thing, but it's also a shocking thing because you be hoping people will be faithful and happy or whatever and stay together, but sometimes that don't happen. Sometimes shit happens. Well, Lil Duval, oh, black men don't cheat. I'm like, whatever, they do. Black men cheat, white men cheat, Asian men cheat, whoever cheats. People cheat, okay? The cheating, men cheat, women cheat, you know what I'm saying? It be bullshit upon bullshit. I'm disappointed, but I'm sure Kevin will be making a joke. I hope don't what he made because they joked about Kevin. The Kevin thing was a whole bad thing. Okay, so that's what's going on. Okay, with Gary, his future ex-wife, and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna get that on off here. Now the next thing I want to go over a little bit. Now we all know Kel. Okay, we all know welcome to Good Burger, home on the Good Burger. Can I take your order? We know Kel from that show back in the day. What's it called? All That? Yes, All That. And back in the day, he's acting in things over the years. Well, his ex-wife is a Taisha Hampton, who he married her in 1999. They divorced in 2005. He remarried somebody else in 2012. He and the ex, like this was them back in the day. Okay, that was them back then. Okay, this is her now. Her IG, all her IG pictures are so filtered. I hate when I go to someone's IG page and it's all filtered. I'm like, are you a robot? It's weird. Right? Keenan and Kel. It was that too. But I'm like, I just think it's weird when anyone doesn't have any normalized, just generic photos and stuff. If everything is a filter, or it's just weird. It's just weird or whatever. Anyway, but the ex-wife was on IG and on TikTok calling him out for back child support, back spousal support. I'm always weirded out when people be on social media doing this. I'm like, you was on TikTok doing a busted challenge with court papers. I was like, girl, what is you doing? It seemed a bit weird or whatever, but I was like, that's fine if that's what she wants to do. Now she's saying that he owes her $1.2 million, okay, in back child support and was it back child support? Yeah, back child support and back spousal support. I said, oh, okay, but after all this time, because their children, they had 2 kids together. The kids are now 19 and 21. He has a total of 4 kids. He had 2 with his wife and 2 with his current wife. Okay, but the 2, with this wife in particular is 19 and 21. So again, she said 1.2 million. Okay, and back child support and back spousal support. Now she was going on to say how he makes like 50 grand a month. Why can he afford to pay 7 grand a month for child support or whatever? I was like, I mean, why aren't you paying, Kel? What's going on? Because he's been an active worker in the industry from as far as I know. I've always seen him in this or that and that and this. The weird part for me was she's like, he just bought a house for 800 grand or whatever. We owe me money. I'm like, how you know how much his hey cuz, how you know how much his mortgage was? How you know all that? It's just weird. And I was like, why you on TikTok? She making TikTok videos about this man and his what he owe for child support. Now look, if you owe that lady, pay her money. Like, pay her what you owe her. Like, do not sit out here and make it seem as if you don't owe her money. If you owe her whatever, pay her the money. Now he came out on his IG page and he put up Offset song Clout. Do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. He had like a little Bible scripture saying, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord. Some, then whatever scripture was in the Bible. And she was saying how he be out here preaching about God and all this and all that, but he be on some bullshit all the time. I'm like, but do he be on some bullshit? I just really be like, how does a person get to owe so much in child support? I mean, 1.2 million? I'm like, at what point did someone say, you know what, that man should pay her, like he should go to jail, or just something? And I was like, if he's not paying consistently, even if it's not arrears, he may not have to go to jail. Oh, really? Dang. You know what I'm saying? I heard about something called Delicious. I just haven't watched it at all. I don't know. Somebody I know went to jail for, right. People go to jail for like little amounts. I'm like, 1.2 million. He still made $50K for residue checks. Because he's always acted in things. I think when they had them Good Burger movies, that was him and him and Keenan kind of together, whatever. So I do think he maybe has made smart, business decisions or whatever. But I feel like he never made a payment ever. You need to make your payments for child support, but he made it seem as if she lying, okay? And I'm like, could she be lying? And that's why I was on on IG and TikTok. Because if you owe me that much, I'm going to see you in court, bro. I'm not going to go to you on social media. I'm going to you through my lawyer, okay? I want all the money. I want it up front. Now, see, with Kel supposedly allegedly not paying child support, we then have to move on to our, favorites, one of our favorite actresses, Halle Berry. Okay, now Halle Berry was paying her ex boyfriend, the father of her daughter Nala, $16,000 a month. She's been paying him $16,000 per month since 2014. Their daughter is now 13 years old, and she luckily had a whole little win in court, and she now has to pay him only $8,000 per month. So it went down half. I was like, that's a good little decrease or whatever. Now they say she had to still pay lawyer fees of $5 grand plus a lump sum payment of $85,000. But after that, she only had to pay him $8 grand per month. So again, it went down from 16 down to 8. Now Halle Berry was complaining earlier on this year, okay, about how she feels as if her particular child support payments were more like extortion because the amount that she was paying him and for how long she had been paying. I think he wasn't really working that much. Now he was a model. Okay. Now he also got his ass beat by Halle Berry's husband when she was with the other guy. And so it was a lot of friction at that point in time and whatnot. But I do feel like I never quite understand when parents have joint custody, like 50-50, whatever, why one parent is paying the other parent, even if the income is different, I always feel like, but if y'all both have the kid, why can't each parent cover their costs? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you, like they weren't married, so it wasn't as if, there was an accustomed to life thing or whatever for them to be that. I get when you are married and you divorce, like, you want to be still held to the same accommodations that the kid has had the whole time. But I felt like they weren't married or whatever. The little girl was young. Yeah, I don't know if he needs to beat his ass. He did. So it was bad. Like, he looked so different. He got beat up. But I always feel like if I'm dating someone or whatever, we have a kid, why am I paying him this much money if we both had a kid 50% of the time? Like, why am I paying so much for so long? Okay, because to pay 16 grand a month since 2014, she probably paid him like damn near 1.5 mil, over the time. I'm like, well, does he work? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, does he work? What's going on there? Whatever. I thought it worked that way. That's my thing. I'm like, because they have joint, and I'm like, why is she paying him? But I think that's why she felt like it was extortion, because why am I paying him so much money in child support? Even 8,000 a month, with Halle Berry's salary or her net worth or whatever, may not be a lot to some, but I still feel like it's a lot regardless or whatever. Because we do know other actors and entertainers or whatever who may pay more than that. But I do feel like if y'all have joint, and if he is a able-bodied man to be working, he can go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should do some work, bro. Go do some with yourself. Get out my pocket. Because again, Halle had been upset about it the whole time. Okay, the whole time. I'm surprised that Halle couldn't work out something like Mel and Martell. I do feel like when they broke up, it was messiness too. And then when you add on to Halle's then husband beating his ass, okay, in the driveway of the of the house or whatever, that probably added on to him wanting to be petty. Oh, he beat me up. I can't be a model no more. I need more money. And then she been paying ever since then or whatever. Not only that, her and the husband Martinez, who is the father to her son, are together no more either. So it's a lot. Okay, I'm like, and it's supposed to be spent directly on the child, not right. And I'm like, what's going on? Someone right? And I'm like, what? They make her pay because the child lifestyle is supposed to be similar when she's with each parent. I just always assumed that was only if y'all were used to the same life, So I'm just confused on that, because if I have 50-50, if I have a child have the time and you do too, had your life up, because he wasn't like poor. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't Halle Berry rich either. But again, I'm not sure. But at least she paying a little bit less now. At least she should be happy about that. Now, I don't know, she wants to pay $0 because at 50-50, and then, that could make her happy. I'm not sure, but at least something happened. Now, I need y'all to go ahead and like the video. Okay, give y'all a second to do what? To like the video, because that's what y'all should do. Okay, please and thank you, because it helps YouTube know that y'all, want to share us, okay, and want other people to see us and stuff. Okay, I love it when y'all, what I'm saying, just hit the little like button. It's free. It don't cost no money. You ain't gotta go nowhere to do it or whatever. You just push the little button and then that's it. Okay, and I'll be like, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, because if not, I'm just sitting here wondering why they don't want to like my video. They don't like me. Y'all don't like me? I know y'all do it. Y'all love me. I love y'all too. Y'all know I'm starving, so I get these pictures up that I didn't do when I first got out here. Now, who's next? Who's next? I don't know. Yes, I do. Lil Nas X. So Lil Nas X has a new video, okay, called Montero. Oops, wrong thing. It's called Montero, okay? And in this new video, I watched it today, and I watched it twice. The first time I watched it was because I was going to talk about it with y'all. And the second time, I'm like, let me rewatch it to be sure I heard the song and like paid attention to the song or whatever. Now, the song is fine. Okay. The video was different. It's very creative. Okay. Great visuals. You know, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. It's not that I don't like the video. I think it was very much a they thought about it. Okay, they were very creative with this video. Again, the visuals were amazing. Okay. Um, the song I get, is about him kind of coming out a little bit. Him just wanting to be himself, which I think that is fine. People want to be their self. However, the video premise, I'm going to tell you the premise of it, okay? So, thank you, Kendra Riley. Lil Nas had a straight man in their fields. Yeah, I would assume he would be. I mean, the people would be in they feelings or whatever, because it was a lot going on. In the video, it was really like, it started off with him in the Garden of Eden, and sitting there and with the guitar, playing the guitar in this little. I love all the hairstyles now. The video was the visuals were amazing. I'm gonna say that out. The video was amazing. Okay, the colors, the graphics, it was really amazing. I can say that. I don't have any issue with the video. However, I can see why other people might. Okay, they might. But I'm not a person who feels as if, if somebody watches something on television or video, that makes them gay. I don't believe that. Not at all. I feel like if that's the case, you can have a gay person watch something straight, they'll become straight. You can't make me feel as if people watch stuff that makes them gay. Because if that's true, then watching straight shit would make a gay person straight. So it's like, what's going on? Anyway, but he's in the Garden of Eden in this video, playing a little guitar. I believe he may have fucked the male snake. I'm not sure. Because I was like, is that a male snake? Is he fucking the male snake? I'm not. I think he may be fucking the male snake. And I was like, what? Okay, that's fine. He's talking to the snake or whatever. And it goes from that to now he leaves the Garden of Eden. I'm like, okay. He then, it's like he's being judged because he may have been fucking a male snake in the Garden of Eden or whatever and had to run and get away. And I think he died at that point because he then floats up to heaven. And I'm like, okay, he's floating up to heaven or whatever. But he then fall down to hell. I was like, oh my God. But he's not falling down to hell. No. He then he rolled a stripper pole down to hell. And I was like, now at that point, I was like, what's going on here now? Okay, this is getting a little bit demonic. I'm not a person who like playing devil shit. That ain't what I do at all. That's not my zhush. That's not my ministry. So that part, while it looked visually amazing, I was like, what is we doing here? Okay. And he go down and he down there and it's little triple heels. He on the pole dance. I'm like, he then gave a lap dance to say. I said, he giving a lap dance to sing. Girl, he's lap dancing. And I was like, okay. Lil Nas X, his body's nice. Bud was nice or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. And he then snaps Satan's neck and then put on Satan's crown. I guess he's the new Satan. So the ending for me, I was like, okay. I also feel like I want to take everything that someone would be offended about with me being a gay man. I want to put it all in their face. All the Bible bumping people, I want to piss them all off. But for me, the visuals of this video was amazing. He takes the statement, meet me in hell, to a whole new level. Because I'm like, he rolled a stripper pole down to hell and walked. Because I didn't want to get too many pictures. I didn't want to do too much of the pictures or whatever. I would suggest it's okay to watch the video because the visuals are amazing. Okay, he had a whole good visual budget, if you ask me. Okay, but just the red wig braids and the shorts and the boots is what he wore riding down to hell on Triple. Okay. And so that's what he wore when he was lap dancing with Satan. It's like, who says this on real life? But again, it's just like, Okay. A lot of parents are upset because he has a young fan base. See, I'm not a Little Nas X fan. I don't not like him. I'm just not a fan of it. Like I don't have an issue with him. I just don't know the man's music or whatever. But I know who he is. Old Town Road, right so you can't. I know that or whatever. That's about all. But I can understand for parents being upset with the fact that he has a young fan base. I also feel like it's known that he's now known as a gay man. Okay. He's a gay man. And that's definitely what you will wear good out there. Yes, it is, honey. But I liked every look he had. It's hard because I feel like, I don't want to make it seem as if I don't feel like any parent can be upset if their child is a fan of his, because I'm not a believer that seeing someone dance around or whatever will turn your child gay. But I do get you are upset because your child will see it, and you may then have to have those kind of conversations. And I get that, but I'm also a very vivid believer in you have to parent your child to know what's entertainment and that's what their life is, versus you need to be you. Okay. But I don't want anyone not liking it because he's gay. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the right thing to do, because his point was like he wrote a letter to his 14-year-old self, where he put up that like, I know that we always agree that we would never, talk about this in public. We would never come out. He was really like when he was a kid, he knew he never wanted to come out the closet. He would die with this secret. So this video was like a fuck you to my former self being scared to be me. I feel like that is his truth to live. That is for him to express himself. And because there are gay people in the world, and if you can help someone know it's okay to be who you are, it's also okay to not be me. If you're not me, if you're not gay, you ain't gotta be gay. I've seen a lot of gay things, okay? Men and women gay things. I have gay family, I have gay friends, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make me gay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people say, oh, if you see it, you will be it. It's like, no, because for years, gay people sing straight shit all day, every day, and it didn't turn any of them straight. So the narrative of, oh, someone see it, they're going to want to be it, that's not true. I see Ghostbusters. I want to be a Ghostbuster. Okay? You can see things and not want to be those things, okay? And that's how I see it. But I like the video. I thought it was entertaining. Now, if I had a 7-year-old child, would I say, hey, go watch Lil Nas X? No. I would not a 7, no. But if my child is 16 and he see it, oh, okay. He or she, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about things. But I get a parent's view on, I don't want my child seeing it and maybe thinking they want to be that. I can get that. Even with Tracy, I think he's just as over-class as any other artist. Yeah, he'll be fine. So it's like it's not a big deal, in my opinion. But as a parent, you have to parent your child. You can't let society and entertainers parent your child. If that happened, more people will be more fucked up in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because you will be following all the bullshit. So, look, I liked it. Okay, I watched it twice. I may watch it again. Because him riding down that pole, I was like, first of all, Lil Nas X is cute. Okay, let's not act like he getting a handsome ass man. Where is that? Okay, he's a handsome man. Okay, so I'm like, oh, he riding that pole, girl. All right, ride that pole. Okay, and he's, I love that it's, first of all, the first picture with the red wig on, he looked like Tyreek St. Patrick. Okay, it just be show that ain't go shy. But again, I like that he's able to express himself. We have so many people, gay or straight, who don't like to or don't know how to express themselves without feeling like someone would judge them for this being free. And I can applaud that. Now the video already has over 5 million views. Okay, I am 2 of those views. I am 2 to 5 million. So, I'm gonna let that man be. But yeah, I watch it just for the entertainment of the visualization of it. Okay, the visualization of it, which may not be words, is what I enjoyed the most. Okay. Anyway, that's it with Lil Nas X. Oh, cute stuff. Little doodle wooder, because I think he's like young or whatever. He's too young for me. But again, that's what it was. On to Chrissy Teigen. Okay, Chrissy Teigen, who we know is married to John Legend. They have 2 kids or whatever. I love her line of bakeware. Like I have Chrissy Teigen's knives and pots and pans and cookie sheets and oven shit and and utensils. I love her Cravings by Christy? I think so. I love her line of things. So she quit Twitter. She literally broke up with Twitter. She broke up with Twitter after being on there for so long, and I loved her reasoning for it. She put up a post saying how when she was first on Twitter, it was a positive place. She can go there and be free and have fun, but it's no longer that for her. It's no longer a positive space for her because so many people come at her as if she is disappointing them, and she just takes that in. Okay, and she's not able to not take in the negativity the trolls send her way. So, yes, Cravings by Chris is what it. Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you. Thank my legs 18. Yeah. I am a supporter of people knowing when to walk away. Twitter is Twitter and IG, social media, even on YouTube, the comments of random people who want a moment of your time to make you feel sad can be very much overwhelming. I have got to the point where I rarely read and or respond to negativity. I'll block and delete, and that's it. And I get less negativity now than I got when I first started. My cuss a few motherfuckers out, they got it. But I still get, bullshit here and there. So that's fine. But I can appreciate Chrissy realize, you know what? Twitter ain't for me no more. Like, I can't be on here. I can't be free to be me. Like, I consistently get this and that and that and this. And you also don't want to spend all your time on your social media app blocking people. Because I can't read my own shit if I'm too busy blocking 18,655 people. I don't have time for that. And so she announced that she just quit Twitter. How she had her and the Twitter people were trying to work together. Because again, you don't want big name people to leave, for one, and trying to figure out how she could still be on there and not have to go through so much bullshit. She said, it's just it's time for me to go, and she chose to leave. I hope she go back, because I think Twitter for me is fun. I do Twitter every once in a while or whatever. I tweet things here and there. It's fun to interact with people, but I also get, because you can post a comment and then 18 people who you weren't even talking to wants to argue with you about your comment. I'm like, bitch, how you come to my comment to argue with me about my point? I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the world, to this is the atmosphere. I wasn't really saying to you, hey, 2 + 2 is 5. I know it's 4, but once it's 5, don't fuss with me about what I want. And so, yeah, she really was a clapback queen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, I will block, delete all the time. Now, sometime I will cuss a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, like, if y'all been following me for a while, y'all know every once in a while I go off. Like, because you have to let people know, look, I'm not the one to be fucked with, okay? I'm from Detroit. I will beat your ass on sight. Don't fuck with me. But sometimes that don't work. So you got to go in real deep or whatever, and the shit goes away. Yeah, she tried to work with Twitter, and it just did not, yeah, she used to, the way she would go at Trump, I loved it. So I'm happy she's at least on IG. I do hope maybe she comes back later on. I'm not sure. But, we have to do what works best for us. And I say that to people too who either, because some people don't comment or don't tweet or don't post because they don't want the foolishness or whatever. Don't allow Twitter trolls or just trolls in general to hinder you. Okay? Have your fun. Yeah, beat their ass on sight. That's what I do sometimes. And yeah, she's dealt with a lot recently. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like she probably wasn't even in the best headspace to keep trying to figure out how to still be on Twitter with all the bullshit. And, we're losing a child, just the coronavirus stuff or whatever. There's a lot going on on top of that. I got all these folks coming at me because they don't like what I said, what I wore, how my face looked, or whatever. And I'm like, that's some bullshit. I follow her on both Twitter and IG because I like Chrissy. I like her a lot, and I feel like it's fucked up. They keep fucking with her. Leave her alone. But again, I follow her on IG, so it's fine. Next up, okay, we have Trina and Lil Kim. Okay, and why do we have Trina and Lil Kim? And yes, I use Lil Kim's original face. Like I do not like new face Kim. Like I can't get on with new face Kim. Like I have to have Kim from the 90s or 2000s. So some people who don't know Kim when she first came out could be like, who is this right here? This is little Kim who I grew up with. Okay, this is my little Kim or whatever. Anyway, Trina wants to do a versus, and she said that she could do one with Lil Kim. And I was like, really? Okay, I mean, really? Because for me, it's weird because I feel like, but Lil Kim would like beat you. I'm not a Trina stan. I know some songs of Trina's. I don't know that Trina has 20 hits, but Lil Kim, I believe she has 20 hits because she not only has her own hits, she has feature hits too. So if they were to do a battle, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I'm not here for it. I would watch it. I would also go live after it. But I would like Lil Kim is gonna win that absolutely. Okay. Kim should go against Missy. I don't know. I don't think that's a fair one to me. But I don't know. I just don't think this would be a good. I don't think Trina should do a versus at all, personally or whatever. I don't think she has enough. Not that she doesn't have enough songs that people listen to. She don't have 20 hits. If you don't have a minimum of 20 hits, I don't think you should do a versus. That's just my opinion, but it's fine. Not against Lil Kim. Okay, and yeah, Lil Kim was absolutely gorgeous. Okay, gorgeous. Yes, old school Lil Kim, the real Lil Kim. Okay. I do not like the new face Lil Kim. Yeah, I don't address or take heed to new face Kim. I love, what I'm saying, Big Mama Kim. That's what I like. And saying that's who I prefer. Okay, I prefer. Oh, thank you, Kendra. I remember Trick and Trina ghetto versus. Yeah, that did not go over well. And I feel like when you've already done a ghetto versus, like you don't need to be in a real verse. Like leave that be. But I get how she going in about it. Lil Kim and Foxy, no, I don't like that either. Lil Kim and Eve, yeah, I can see Lil Kim and Eve. Only because Eve did have a couple of hit albums. She also did a lot of features. So that will work better in my opinion. Trina is a legend in her own right. I won't take that from her. But I also feel like she's also like not... She doesn't have as many hits, but she's still Trina. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't like she's still the baddest bitch. Baddest bitch, Queen Bee, I get it. But again, I wouldn't really want to see her in a versus. That's just not my thing. People tell me I look like Kim back in the day, and I was proud. Kim was fucking gorgeous. Even when she first got some work done and still looked like her, she was so gorgeous, and out the blue, like she became a cat lady. And I'm like, what happened? I don't know what happened to her face. It got real weird, real fast or whatever. And now I was confused. I'm like, what's going on here? Okay, I don't do that. We do know that, Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Ivy Brothers are going to have a versus coming up on April 4th. I believe that's Easter, which is a Sunday. I will be live after that versus on my channel. We also know that, who else was it? It was them. SWV and Escape was going up against each other, I will laugh. I'm going to laugh after all the verses. The only reason I was not live after Rakim, Raekwon and Ghostface, because I don't know. I thought I didn't know their songs. And then I also thought, okay, it's going to be late. They're going to be like an hour late. So I didn't even turn it on. It's like 8:50, thinking they're going to be late. They're always late. And they wasn't late. And I came on and it was halfway done. Yeah, I'll be laughing. Red Been the best man too. Yes, thank you, Julia. But I was very mad that I missed the beginning for one, because I was gonna still watch it. And then as I watched, I'm like, oh, I know that song. Oh, I know that song. So I should have and could have went live after that, but I did not. So that's the only one that I missed. I only missed 2 verses since it started. I missed Ghostface and Rakim. Ghostface and Raekwon. Is it Raekwon? Yeah, it was. And I missed Beanie Man and whoever he went against. I can't think who it was. But yeah, so yeah, I was like, nah, I'm very upset. So I would make sure I do these. So I'm always live on my channel after verses. Like when they're done, come to my channel and I'm here to chit chat about it. So yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna have drinks. I'm be drunk because I can be. Okay, I'm gonna love it. But it was a good, I'm happy that verses is like putting on quality shows with quality artists. I'm very, very excited. I do think the rematch will be between Timbaland and Swiss, because they talked about that before, how when they did their verses, it was before verses was like verses. So I think the rematch is going to be them. But I want to see who else they have coming up. Okay. So yeah, Beanie Man and Monty Killer. I didn't even get to watch that. And I was very upset. So yeah. But anyway, next up, what do we have? Okay. Oh, Bethany. So Mel was on, I need to put my next pictures. Mel was on with Funky Dineva, and she was also on with Heavenly. Okay, she did both of their YouTube interviews. She did Heavenly first, and then yesterday was the one with Funky. And I watched them both. And when I feel like for Heavenly's for Heavenly's interview, I did not like that one too much. I feel like it's because one, I hated Heavenly's grainy ass video. I do not like when YouTubers, big time YouTubers who can afford good stuff, have crappy service. I'm like, then you couldn't even really see her. I'm like, what is you doing? What's going on? Like, don't do that. But again, you know what it was. But she did the interview, and Heavenly to me was operating on more from a not a fan, but more like, okay, I'm just going to, be here to be here, whatever. I'm not gonna really be trying to interview. Because I'm like, the questions were really basic. And then even her first talking about, well, what'd you go to school for? Okay, like we know why you here. Like, we want to hear about the bullshit from your Martell, what you got going on now, and your new song. So something about Heavenly's interview felt real. I'm bored. She here so we can talk, but it was not a real interview to me. Okay, I felt like she was like trying to be nice, but you can't be nice or whatever. And she didn't have real questions in my head. Okay. Now, when I watched Funky's interview, I'm like, now that's an interview. Even though Mel says some of the same things, the way she explained it in more detail, the way that also that Quentin, but the way that Funky asked her relevant questions that he knew the fans would want to hear. How he even told her, like, I read you for Filth season 1 for this reason, that. And it was a real life conversational interview. Okay, now I'm done with the Neva. Thank you, Kendra. Absolute bloody comments. Yeah, Funky's was better. Okay. I also feel like because Funky has been doing it for so long, he know how to ask someone a messy ass, nosy ass question but make it sound real good. You know what I'm saying? Like, like what you doing? You fucking somebody else? You know what I'm saying? I like how he stuck to his guns after her certain stuff. Now when Martell started calling Funky, I was like, why is this motherfucker? I was like, because he kept calling. Because when he like, someone called me from Huntsville because of the area code. And when she asked like the number, whatever, he said, yeah. She's like, that's Martell. And I'm like, bitch. Meaning he's watching the interview and he just has to interrupt her, which pissed me off. Okay, which pissed me off because you see it's a live interview and when you called the first time and they didn't answer and you see him say, I'm not gonna answer, to keep calling to prevent her from saying, what she was trying to say or whatever. So he was bullshit. And I like Funky, like, Martell, stop calling. I will, leave a message or whatever, and I'll schedule him with you later. I felt like he just wanted to interrupt Mel. He just wanted to make things hard for her. He wanted to kind of shake her, and it did not work or whatever. And I was like, bullshit upon bullshit upon bullshit. And yeah, he cannot take it because he's a narcissist. He is 100% he's a narcissist to the 10th power because you're watching, because their divorce is finalized. They're no longer married, they're divorced. To be watching your ex-wife and then call the person she's interviewing with to interrupt that, to me, was bullshit. And I'm also going to say this. Funky showed how qualified he was because anyone else would have probably answered the phone to blindside Mel. And what he told her at the beginning of the interview was, I'm not going to blindside you. I'm here to just do this and that's it. And him not answering the phone because he could have answered and had a whole messy ass, good ass, entertaining, spat betwixt them. He could have done that. And I appreciate that he did not do that. To me, that's a real way to interview someone. And I can appreciate the fact that he knew that ain't the way to go. Because I can separately talk to Martell later. You know what I'm saying? He could not control the narrative and he couldn't take it. I'm so glad he turned the phone off. Right? Because I'm like, this fool kept calling over and over and over. Okay? And I'm looking like, what is wrong with you? Okay? Why try to control the narrative when the truth is out? I think he really feels as if he can still change how people feel, and he can't. Isn't he with a new girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? I feel like he just always wants to control because he feels like I can make people think she's the wrong one. Now, when she brought up and discussed how he kept saying he was cheating, which was not true, because like I left him, like I moved out or whatever, and whoever I talked to that I did not have sex with, that's not a big issue. And even her admitting that she doesn't have a new boo, but she is dating and going out here and there just to learn how to be a single woman. Because again, she met Martell in college. So, she hasn't really been single the past 14, like she's in her 30s. So she is, I like that she is going to get to know her adult self. You know what I'm saying? Because who you are in your 20s is not who you are in your 30s. Not at all. He doesn't want to be the bad guy. He doesn't, but guess what he is? He's the bad guy, okay? He's the asshole of it all. Because he created this narrative, okay? He was the one who caused the bullshit, okay? So it's weird that he wants to keep trying to make it seem as if, let's blame Mel. Let's make Mel be the one who I can say did this and that and this. Mel made me cheat. And she even went into detail, not detail, but he did, she did, when Funky asked her, he keeps saying, that you were not taking care of him, okay? Can you elaborate on what he means by not taking care of him? And she, at first, would not say it, but she said, when he met me, there are certain things I did, but I did not always do. And he made it seem as if there was something that I used to do that I stopped doing that made him do that, and that was not it. And when Funky then said, okay, is we talking about oral sex? She's like, yes, yes. He says, so you don't do that? She's like, no, I do it, but I don't do it often. I'm not going to do it every day. But as a married woman, yes, I did that for my husband. It's not every day. So I like that. Oh, thank you, Jason. And so I'm not even speaking on figures. I'm not speaking figuratively when I say he makes my stomach churn. Martella's disgusting. I wish he could hear himself. That's the bad part. He on camera and he ain't listening. That's the fucked up part. But Mel saying like, he's making it seem as if I started doing something, stopped it, and that's not what it was. And he knew from the beginning I did not do that all the time. So I don't like how he's painting the narrative of she wasn't doing it and now someone else is. And she then said, I think what it was because he was already cheating and someone else was doing it all the time. He felt like, okay, I should ask my wife to do it more. You can't ask your wife to do something that some side piece chick did to you. That's just not smart. That's just some bullshit or whatever. Wait, no, it's a scheme. There Martell set up to come us with the bullshit. Okay, it really, really was. Bullshit, stab them all. Okay, because Darius coming up too. So, but I appreciate her kind of clearing the air about it. Even how she said on either Heavenly Show or Funky Show that, because he asked her, why did she stay? Like, why after, knowing this, knowing that, why did you stay or whatever? Because she said, I found out about the cheating in 2017, but once the show started filming, I assumed we were over it and he wasn't doing it anymore. She did not know. No, he's still fucking with the same chick. She did not know that. She's like, had I known, I would not have done the show. But he knew what he was doing. He still came on the show, which to me is crazy. Okay, he is nuts all day. But she brought up how the reason she stayed was because I thought we were better. I thought we were in a better place, but we were not, and I did not know that. And it wasn't until she had the last child, and she said I was in the hospital after having her, and when I went and took my shower, I was in the shower crying. And at that point, I knew if something else happens, if anything else comes out, I'm done. And she's like, God told me, okay, this is your last chance going through this. And she brought up how, I was sad this and I'll be sad and then we'll be good. And then something else happened, I'll get that again. So it was a cycle of him fucking with her over and over and over. And Mel kept assuming, okay, but we getting better. And they weren't. And then the last time okay, and now I'm done. So everyone has to be ready to leave when they see fit. And once she got tired, she left. She left him, divorced him, and has moved on. And the good part is she got him out her system to where when she left, she was done. Sometimes people keep leaving and keep leaving. And it's a horrible cycle. She stayed until she was ready to be done. And I love that about it. Thank you. Was it Letitia Hughes, love your channel, and Raquel the whole mess. He's a whole mess. Okay, he's a whole asshole too. Because he gets on my dang on nerves. Mel also cleared up the abortion story. Because he asked her, like, why did you have an abortion or whatever? And I loved her response that at that time that I had the baby, we weren't in a good place. Is that what she said? I think she said we weren't in a good place, and that was a decision I made. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what she said. And there was never a question on if it was his baby, but she knew we were not in a good place. We would not probably be together, forever. So I can't do this and whatnot. And I'm my girl, your decision. And even her bringing up how her getting pregnant with the last child, she got pregnant because they were in a good space then. She's my husband. Okay, we were married in a good place. And it wasn't an accident, but it also was not on purpose. And I got pregnant. It was what it was. But, it's like, I'm sharing the abortion comments better after our interview. Yeah, so I think people were like assuming this or whatever. It was right. It was mutually agreed upon. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But again, she knew. So it's like people need to sometimes allow people to explain what their thought process was and not always assume. But to me, Mel gave clarity where Martell gives bullshit. Okay, and that's the difference between the two of them. He gives a lot of bullshit. Thanks, Jason. Not Jason. I hope Sharina Jr. knows he would do her the same way. And Mel was his first choice. And right. And not, he called her a peasant. he called Sharina a peasant, and she stayed like a fool. Not on my watch. Okay, I would not do it, not at all. I want to move on to Kenya, but first, y'all need to do what? Like the video. Okay, go ahead, take a second and like it. While I drink some water. Because we have 2 more topics before I'm done. Okay. But on to Kenya the Moore. So we all know that Kenya was on Housewives of Atlanta, and she was wholeheartedly in a Native American costume. Okay. And when she walked in, I was like, I think that's offensive. Because like you remember things that are offensive because it'd be a big deal. It'd be a big deal. And so I'm like, she had to have known that would be offensive. Like, what is going on here? Okay. So of course she got backlash from, people. Some, did, oh, it's okay. Because Kenya then went on social media and said, it's a part of my heritage, okay? It is a part of my heritage. It's what we do. I was like, girl, please bye. And so she said that, but I kept thinking to myself, if this is a part of your heritage, you would have never worn this as a costume if it was a part of your heritage, okay? So boom, pow, pow. So, she said that now we then seen the organization of something. It's some people who speak on behalf of Native Americans who said how offended they were at what Kenya wore, and not only that, the fact that Bravo would air it and no one would say, Kenya, you can't do that. You should not. Like, they allowed her to not only wear it, to film her in it and then air this shit, okay? So they did not only blame Kenya, they also, held Bravo and NBC and all the powers that be for allowing it to make it to air. And Bravo and or NBC and them they apologized, of course, but they then said they felt like it could be a teachable moment. I'm looking like, so y'all set Kenya up for the okie doke, okay, like allow her to be a whole fool or whatever. Kenya then came out and apologized as well, but the part of her apology that I did not care for was, had I known, I would not have worn this. And the issue I have with that one statement is, you put out the day of, it was a part of your culture. Again, if it was a part of your culture, how did you not know? You know what I'm saying? That's what I had an issue with. Not that she apologized, not that she wore it, but the fact that she then said, oh, I can do this because it's a part of my culture. It's my heritage, or however she worded it. But then came back and said, had I known it was offensive, I wouldn't have done it. You full of shit. That aggravated me because, again, you tried to cover for yourself at first and came back, had to backtrack and saying pussy pop, whatever, and go, I didn't do it. But we told you it was offensive. And instead of you admitting that, okay, she should have apologized that night because we were telling her you should not have worn that. And she tried to defend it. Okay, and you chose to then stop defending it once they said, bitch, you're lying, okay? We are offended. Oh, now all of a sudden, I'm so sorry. I did not know. I would have never had a known. Girl, the fuck back. Kenya, girl, next time, no one has had the battle, okay? And if you don't know, just stay silent. Had she not said nothing that night, I would not have been upset with her apology because, again, I did not know. But because she then said first, it's okay. It's my heritage. It's my culture. Okay. That's what to me feel like you full of shit. Okay. All the way full of shit. Okay. Lastly, I had not talked about it at all on my channel, not even on social media. Because one, I did not know who Derek Jackson was. I had seen him, I believe, on different social media where people share this video, whatever, but I had no idea who he was, who his wife was, what he did, or like I couldn't place a name to who he was. Okay. And so when I first heard, oh, did you hear about Derek? I'm like, who is it? What happened? And he do what? Oh, okay. So So he's a relationship expert, okay, who was all on social media all this time and writing books and shit. About men who cheat and this and that and how you got to do better, whatever, and all this stuff. Okay, all this stuff about how we got to be better, do better. Men don't cheat. Cheating men ain't shit, and cheating men when they get caught, they usually have been cheating for a while. They're just now getting caught. Okay, so he was going on and on and on as if he was the perfect husband. Okay, Tasha K then said, "I got you, bitch." Tasha K did the video with his mistress, okay, with a woman he had been cheating with on his wife, and I was like, oh, God, okay. And the girl was saying how they went on a trip together. She and him were together at their house. He took her back to the house he shares with his wife, okay. And the one issue I would say I had with the girl was when she kept saying that, he said him and his wife was separated, whatever. I get that, but I felt like she still knew it was a marriage. And to cheat with a married man who says separated is fine. I would never go to his house, and I feel like if I meet a man who say he's married, okay, and I'm separating. We separate. Okay, y'all separate. Okay, good. I go to your house. Okay, cool. At your house, I need to see every closet, because if your wife has clothes in the closet, y'all not separated enough for me to date you. Because a true separation, her clothes are not in the closet at your house. Okay, and to me, that is how the only way I could date a married man. Now, could he also have a whole extra house that he brings them to? Yes, he could. But I feel like some people, while they are separated and divorcing, they do date. I get that. It's fine. However, when she kept saying how I went to his house with his wife, he said she was out of town. I was there. She described how the house was. She brought up how she had video of the house. She did not take video of herself, but she recorded herself there. And to me, I felt like, why were you trying to get proof of you being there? I was weirded out by that. Okay, I'm like, what was you doing? What's going on? I don't know. But I feel like, it shows he's a piece of shit, because you brought that lady to your house. You not only put her in danger, but yourself. Because had your wife came home and stab, what now? What's going on? So that was one part of it. Okay, boom, pow, pow. It came out he was cheating. It's out. Everyone and their mama was on the story. I was like, I don't care. I don't know that man. So once he got on his my eye itching, y'all, hold on. Once he got on his social media and did a whole live video with horrible of connection or whatever. I don't do this too often. Yes, you do. But again, he at first denied, having any kind of sexual relationship with this lady. That was his first confession. I had, I was cheating but not cheating. I didn't have sex. Blah 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 blah. That was the first line shit he said. And then he came back, with another video without his wife. Chat, talk, yap. When he came back and did this one with his wife, who does look like a Millicent, it do look like a bonnet, and it do look like, I woke up on Saturday to do laundry. I didn't put no bra on. I ain't got my hair. I am around my house chilling, and he looks put together. He looks camera ready. And people who said that, well, why is anyone judging her? Why discuss her? He even put up, come at me, don't come at her. And I felt like you brought her on camera, bruh. You wholeheartedly brought her on camera, knowing people will go in on her. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. And I did not judge her. I laughed at memes, absolutely, because it was funny. But I felt like you should never bring your wife on recording stuff or whatever, when you know they're going to go in, she should have been dressed, and whatever her best dress is what she should have wore. Period. Okay. And when she then came out talking about her hat was a helmet of salvation, and her fatigue was a breastplate of, it was, she had some screws loose, because as she's talking, like, I'm like, is she nuts? Is it blink twice if you needed to call 911? Because I was confused, and I never liked the fact that a man wants his wife to sit beside him as he admits to cheating on her. Okay, cheating on, because he didn't say he did have sex with people. And how they had already dealt with it or whatever, they've dealt with it and moved on. And I feel like this: if you have cheated on your wife and y'all have dealt with it and moved on, you would not wait until you're caught out there to admit it. If you are a self-help guru or a whatever he is, whatever, you writing books and shit, you could have came out with a whole series of how to overcome cheating. I feel like when anyone comes clean after they're exposed, I call bullshit. Okay, I call bullshit. And the wife, God is, no one can say that, only the devil can separate. We are together, like no one can. I might lead, girl. If you want to be in that marriage, fine. But don't sit and talk as if, oh, it's fine. We're supposed to work it out. I was like, girl, don't do that. Don't bring God in this as if God told you if he cheats, stay. Don't do that. Not Tasha K. Don't say she's a super villain. Oh my God. Yeah, she do look like she's a prisoner. Okay, he's holding her hand real tight, and it was confusing to me. And she did 2 videos, at least 2. It was this one, but also one she did in the fatigue shirt or whatever. It's the helmet. I'm like, the helmet of what? Girl, it seemed like bullshit. Your husband cheated. Y'all have to save the brands. And baby, come sit here and defend me. If you did not want people to talk shit about her, then you should not put her on camera. Period. Okay. Yes. She's reading like a teleprompter. Like she's reading. Blink twice if you need us to help you. Okay? Please do that. Now, Tasha K then came and did another video with a whole other mistress. Okay? This woman is someone he supposedly met like in October or December of 2020. So like just of last year. She is a doctor in Atlanta, who she did not know he was married or whatever. And she said she would not go to his house. He would come to her house. And she's like, the videos he would do, you would see him sitting somewhere in the same house, would be in the background. It was her house because he would be there. She brought up how she also has cameras at her house, and he wanted to know like what her cameras saw because she has proof that he was at her house. So that's just as of last year. Okay. Now they were saying that this stuff of them going through whatever happened 6-7 months ago. Again, he full of shit. Okay. Yes, the second one took the cake because she said he called me and told me if a blogger reached out to you, hang up. Meaning he was telling her, don't talk to Tasha K without saying Tasha's name. Okay. And how he was reaching out, how they were still like talking a little bit. Girl, I was like, oh, he full of shit. And the bad part is he put his wife in it to make it, boom, because that's what they said, Lane said it too. I'm doing both of y'all. Her ID post, seeing she broken, and sunken place for sure. Okay, sheltered for sure, brainwashed for sure. Okay, yeah, he's young. He's a narcissist. Yes, they are. The fact that he's including his wife and trying to defend him when he's still doing bullshit shows he's full of shit. Okay, and I'm not saying that people should not follow or like or appreciate people who do self-help, who do advice or whatever. Everyone isn't a lying, cheating, asshole dude with big muscles or whatever. That's not everyone. And no one's perfect at all. No one, I'm not perfect either. I have my flaws as well. Okay. My flaws are still great, but still. But I feel like the way he would talk as he was absolutely on the up and up is what is bullshit. And again, if they had overcame his cheating, because that happens. People can overcome cheating. I don't want anyone to feel as if I'm saying like if someone cheat, leave. People can overcome it. That's on y'all. Okay. However, the issue I have is if that was the case, why wasn't that y'all story before now? Right. He never posted a wife until now. Okay. Never ever. Let's see. She not Miss Seelig. Miss Seelig. Stop. Sister, you've been on my mind. Oh, sister. Someone to sing her in the bed. Someone need to pull her in the tub and wash her hair. Okay. That's what needs to happen. Okay. Some bullshit can be afoot. Who took his advice though? I don't know what it means. I don't know that man. I was trying to see some of your comments, since it's hard to see. But I just feel like you're cheating and sneaking. Okay. Cheating and sneaking, making him look old. I feel bad for her. I get it. She over it. She's healing. It's not news to her, but she should have come on camera playing, even for herself. Yeah, it looked like I don't care. It's I don't care. Like she came and sat down like they gonna talk shit about me, so why should I care? It's like, no, you should look amazing because the hoes he cheated with, you know what I'm saying, is the reason. I would come dressed, okay? Head to toe dressed, okay? I seen photos of her in suits. I would have been in my best suit, okay? If she had the best suit with a fedora, okay? I would have came dressed for the bitches because but he know that. He know. I'm just like, I just can't. What got me was him reviewing his own confessional. Now, see, I'm gonna say this about that. Because I saw it two different ways with that. What I saw was someone said or someone posted, I wonder how he would critique or respond to this situation if it was not him. So I took it as someone said to him, how would you talk about you? And he then did that in third person. So I get the reason he did it. However, it was stupid. It was dumb. But I saw the initial post of someone telling him, I guess, how would he do that? He then went and did it. So it wasn't as if him like, okay, I'm doing it myself. So someone asked him to do it. Either way, it was some bullshit. Either way, it doesn't matter. And it's bad. And I don't want anyone reading her for dealing with him because that is her husband. However, your husband's full of shits all up and through, ma'am, and you should leave him alone. Because again, it's one thing to have him cheat once or twice. Y'all can be past it. He's still fucking with people so much so that he called one chick and told her, don't talk to the bloggers. Okay, they sent her a cease and desist. So the only part that Tasha could, talk about was what they talked about before the cease and desist letter. But I was like, yes. And she brought up how she was watching. Where I took it. That she was watching because he recorded himself cheating with people, with women or whatever, and she would watch the sex tapes and compare the juices. I said, bitch, why? Like, how does that help you? On what? On God's green earth and beyond his internets, how does watching a sex tape of your husband fucking somebody make you compare y'all to create? Who does that? That to me shows me she is not all the way there. She can't be. Can't be. And it could be because he has brainwashed her or just diminished her so much that she feel like, why would I leave? And she said at one point when she first found out she left him and would not come back, no matter how much he tried and begged and pleaded, whatever, that she did not come back until he showed her that he had changed. But he hasn't, because he's still fucking somebody. He hasn't changed at the all. So I feel like, okay, Now that you know there's other things he did, are you gonna leave him again? Because staying is stupid at this point. But if you stay because you want to be with him, fine. Fine, do that. But I feel like, girl, it's still bullshit. It's still bullshit upon bullshit upon bullshit. She can't have no friends. Oh, he was. Oh, Lord Jesus. Not fucking her friend. If he banged her friends out, then she oh yeah, depressed, confused, need help. She need a good friend. She need a real sister circle. Okay, she need to go on real table talk. Okay, she need to go somewhere and get some help. She gonna Ricky Lake, which ain't even on no more. But again, I feel bad. It's bad, and you don't want to involve yourself in other folks' marriages. However, your husband brought you on to defend his actions that he's still doing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. I'm done now. I'm finna get on to watching Bell Collective. I was gonna go live at the Bell Collective, but it don't come on until 10 when it's on right now. So that'll be up sometime tomorrow. However, if I'm up and I watch it, I might go live. It would be late as hell, and y'all gonna watch the replay because I did that with Love and Marriage last week. Because I was it Love and Marriage? No, it wasn't. It was something else. But again, sometime I do be up at like midnight, 1, 2 a.m. doing lives because I don't have to edit it. So I may still do Bill Collective later on tonight at like midnight, 1 a.m. or whatever. But again, I hope y'all. Oh, thank you, Gabby, with any child we covered in, but right, we're coming about Jesus and watching our husband flicks. That's can't be me, not me. Okay, don't do it. But I hope y'all had a whole good time and whatnot. I had a whole good time. I'm going to try to start doing my, this again. I was usually doing my Look Gospel Cast, whatever, but my work schedule has been crazy since the beginning of the year. Like, I'm just now trying to have time to do more stuff. So I'm going to try to still do these once a week. To chit chat about what's going on in the news and stuff, or even once or maybe 3 times a week. I'll pick like Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays to do these. Just a chit chat about what's going on. But yeah, do not forget tomorrow me and Bonnie will be doing a game night, girl night game night tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. It'll be fun. Okay. Have a great weekend. I will talk to y'all later. Remember, do not send your cooch via text. If they want it, they will send the person. Okay, that's how I go. Bye.